But after spending 3 years by his side, I finally realized it had all been a lie. The person he truly loves has always been my stepsister. Chloe is crying her eyes out, tears streaming down and smearing across her face. My father, Victor, stands not far away with a furrowed brow, his eyes filled with nothing but heartache for his younger daughter.
No way! I'm not marrying a blind man! How come Evelyn gets the trillionaire Damien, but I get a blind loser? This is so unfair!
Do something! You're not actually making our daughter marrying a blind man, are you?
Damien wants Evelyn, and the marriage is already a done deal. My hands are tied.
Chloe became more and more agitated, and her body suddenly leaned forward. Everyone was terrified and screamed.
I'll take your place. I'll marry him.
Everyone was stunned into silence.
I'll take the blind man. You get to marry Damien.
Hearing this, Lubitcher's grin spreading from ear to ear with joy.
For real? You aren't taking it back?
No kidding?
Victor nods his head repeatedly, his fawning smile making me feel sick.
If you marry that blind man for your sister, the Vanna's $1 billion dowry is yours. Plus, I'll personally give you another $100 million on top of that.
Chloe stops me, her voice dripping with malicious joy.
Evelyn, are you really giving up Damien, the trillionaire and richest man, to marry a blind man you don't even know?
Damien loves you so much. Are you sure you won't regret it?
Everyone says he loves me. I gaze at the gloomy sky, remembering that Damien was once the only hope in my life. 3 years ago, right after my mother passed away, my father brought his mistress and bastard daughter into the house. He even tried to pimp me out, drugging me so I'd wake up in someone else's bed. It was Damien who kicked the bodyguards aside and saved me.
I fell for Evelyn the moment we met. Whoever dares to lay a finger on her again, the whole Vane family will make him pay.
He put a bracelet on my wrist and tied an apron to make breakfast for me. He would hug me from behind and kiss my forehead. When I was in danger, he was the one who shielded me behind him and took a knife for me. At that very moment, I do have faith in him. I believe that he really loves me. But later, I found out that Damien's so-called love was nothing but a plot coated in sugar.
Are you sure you won't regret it?
Chloe is still expecting my answer.
Not for a single second.
Since Damien has been scheming to push me into the depths of despair, then let the games begin. I'm in. Since the swap has been settled, I have one more condition.
You won't tell anyone about the swap before the wedding?
Chloe froze for a second, but a hypocritical smirk quickly replaced her shock.
Don't worry, my dear sister. My lips are sealed.
I returned to my room, and the moment I shut the door, my mask of toughness shattered into 1,000 pieces. I curled up on the floor, my tears falling uncontrollably. Just the day before, I clearly overheard the conversation between Damien and his grandmother. His tone was more affectionate than anything I had ever heard before.
Grandma, it's always been Chloe. I love how kind, brave, and smart she is. She's always putting others before herself, and she's not afraid to stand up for what's right.
Being Mrs. Vane makes you a walking target. I'm not letting Chloe walk into that. My men are already in position to hijack the Grayson wedding convoy and bring her to me.
Once she's safe, I'm sending her to my estate abroad. When the dust settles at Vane House, I'll bring her back and give her the grand wedding the world will never forget.
It turns out that our love is nothing but a decoy for his beloved Chloe in Damien's eyes. He laid a trap of love for me, waiting for me to fall and leave me to die. Damien loves Chloe for her kindness and courage, but he has no idea that Chloe is the one who ruins my family and tries to take the only heirloom my mother left me. Damien loves Chloe for saving him from that fiery wreck, but what he doesn't know is that 3 years ago, the person who pulled him from the flames was me. He'll never know that it's my bracelet. I'm done being Chloe's human shield, Damien. Since you're so in love with that kindness of hers, you can have her. She's all yours. I sit by the Winslow family fireplace, my fingers clutching the photos of Damien and me. Sparks fly as that fabricated love slowly turns to ash. My face remains expressionless, even as my heart overflows with despair and loathing. Damien's voice is as gentle as usual, but now all I feel is a nauseating sense of hypocrisy.
Evelyn, I miss you.
I miss you too.
Don't forget, we have the wedding dress fitting tomorrow. Bring Chloe along. Since your weddings fall on the same day, you might as well try them on together.
My grip on the phone tightens, My heart didn't just break, it froze. What a coincidence. It happens too many times. Whether it was for dinner, an art gallery, or even a business trip, Damien would always suggest,
Let's bring Chloe with us.
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 It turns out, the traces were there to follow all along.
It reminded
No
me of
matter
you.
where we go, Damien
Thank you,
always
Damien.
finds a
You're
way to
beautiful.
drag Chloe into our world. He knows every detail of her preferences, yet remains completely blind to everything about me. I hang up the phone on him without a word. The firelight flickers in my eyes. Damien bursts into the room, looking concerned. But I know the truth is that he's afraid that if I die, there will be no one left to serve as Chloe's shield.
Evelyn, you all right?
Chloe rushes in right behind him. Fearing she might get jealous, Damien drops my hand immediately. I stand aside, like I was just a random woman.
Damien, since you enjoy your act so much and are so committed to Chloe, then let the games begin. I'm in.
Chloe takes out a sapphire necklace, showing it off. I had seen one exactly like it before. I had intended to surprise him that day. Instead, I saw him with a sapphire necklace wrapped around his fingers, his hands covered in tiny, raw cuts.
Boss, why insist on doing this yourself? Only something made by my own hands is worthy of her.
I once believed that the necklace he poured his heart into was for me. I know now that everything he did only for Chloe.
Evelyn, I heard you're going for a fitting tomorrow. Can I come along?
Sure.
Damien agreed instantly, as if I weren't even in the room. The chandeliers in the boutique are dazzling, with rows of white gowns hanging on the racks. This white gown took a master designer 3 years to complete. The black one, however, is a piece by a rookie. Chloe's eyes light up instantly, like a fox spotting its prey.
I'll take this one.
Seeing me point to the white wedding dress, Chloe immediately feigned innocence, clutching my clothes with both hands.
I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I didn't know you liked it too. My bad.
Seeing her amateur acting, I find it ridiculously funny.
Nice try. You're getting better feigning innocent.
That's enough! Why do you bully Chloe all the time? She is your sister.
We've been together for 3 years. Do you honestly not know who the bully is?
Damien doesn't even care my questioning. His expression is ice cold.
This dress doesn't suit you. Let Chloe have it.
But I like it.
Don't let me repeat myself. Now leave it to Chloe.
I stand frozen, watching Chloe hide behind Damien's back, her face twisted into a smug, mocking smirk. Driven by Damien's favoritism towards Chloe, I chose the black wedding gown. As the silk lining pressed against my skin, it didn't take long for my allergic reaction to flare up. My wrists burned with an agonizing itch. I am allergic to silk. Damien has known this for 2 years.
From now on, I don't want to see a single piece of silk in this villa.
But now, he has long since forgotten. I slip into the gown and look at myself in the mirror.
Damien, this is the first and the very last time I will ever wear a wedding dress for you.
I step out of the fitting room. Damien's astonished gaze lingered on me for a moment.
Evelyn, you look breathtaking in this.
He looks down at my swollen red wrists, his expression shifting to confusion.
What happened?
It appears the lady is having an allergic reaction to the silk.
Damien's face pales. He snaps his head toward me.
Why didn't you tell me so? Hurry, go get the medicine.
His voice laced with a hint of blame. Didn't I tell you before? I look at him, my eyes filled with nothing but disappointment.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll keep in mind next time.
There won't be a next time.
As I turn to leave the boutique, Damien chases after me and grabs my arm.
We're getting married in a week. I'll make sure you have the best gown in the world, you have my word.
But his promise is shattered by Chloe's scream. Without a second of hesitation, Damien lunges toward her. Suddenly, another kidnapper emerges, pressing a cold blade against my neck. The kidnapper howled, his voice filled with hatred.
Damien! Your family ruined my life. Today, I'm going to make sure you lose the woman you love!
Damien is in a dilemma. Finally, he chooses to save Chloe instead of me. The kidnapper's blade plunges into my chest. Pain surges through my entire body. I was never his lover. I was only ever the shield he used to protect Chloe. The blade plunges into my chest. The intense pain is causing my vision to blur. As I collapse, Damien catches me just in time, pulling me into his arms. I hear him scream my name, his voice cracking with a desperation that sounds like a total breakdown. Warm blood soaks through my dress. I force my eyes open with agonizing effort. Seeing the look of raw pain and regret on his face feels like a cruel, twisted joke.
Damien, wasn't this exactly what you wanted? Taking the blade for Chloe. What the hell are you crying for?
Doctor! Go get a doctor now!
When I finally wake up, I'm in a hospital bed. Damien is there, clutching my hand tightly.
Evelyn, you're finally awake. Damien hasn't left your side for 3 days. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't been there, you wouldn't have been hurt.
Shut the fuck up!
I couldn't hold my anger towards Chloe, and the pain in my chest made me tremble uncontrollably.
I'd rather be the one taking the knife if possible. You have no idea how terrified I was while you were unconscious.
Your love makes me sick. Get out! Just get the hell out!
I snatch the glass from the nightstand and hurl it at him with all my remaining strength. Chloe lunges forward instantly, throwing her arms around Damien to shield him.
Evelyn! I don't mind if you do anything to me, but why would you hurt Chloe? You've gone too far!
Damien scoops Chloe up in his arms and marches out of the room without looking back. I watch their retreating figures, my eyes hollow and devoid of hope.
You saved my life once. Now I've taken a blade for Chloe. A life for a life. We're even now.
The hospital room is terrifyingly quiet, the IV drip ticking with each drop, whispers floating from the hallway, low voices, but every word cuts like a knife.
Poor girl. She's been out for a whole day and not a single soul has come to see her. Tell me about it. The younger Winslow daughter next door just scraped her skin a bit and her fiancé won't leave her side for a second.
Barefoot, I step onto the freezing floor, leaning against the wall for support as I stagger out of the room. Through a crack in the door, I witness a scene of happiness. A long time ago, I had that kind of happiness too. On my birthday, my mother cooked a whole feast, smiling as she told me these were all my favorite dishes. Then, in the blink of an eye, my father marched Sabrina into our home with the young Chloe.
I've tried so hard to take care of this family for you, and this is how you repay me? Messing around with some other women?
How pathetic. Look at you. Can't even keep your own man.
My mother clutched her chest and collapsed in a fit of rage. I knelt on the floor, screaming for help, but none of them cared. From that day on, I knew that this was no longer my home, and I had no place to call home.
Damien, since you adore her kindness so much, I can't wait to see the day when you find out how she really is.
3 days left until the wedding. I must escape this cage. If no one loves me, then I will learn to love myself.
Miss Evelyn, your wounds haven't healed yet. How can you discharge yourself? And there's no one here to pick you up.
Don't worry, I got this.
After finishing the discharge papers, I change into a white dress and step out of the hospital. The sunlight bathes my skin, but it cannot warm my frozen heart. I keep reminding myself,
only 2 days left until the wedding. Hang in there, then I will be free for good.
Suddenly, a powerful hand clamps over my mouth and nose from behind. A pungent chemical odor floods my senses. I try to struggle, my heels twisting against the ground. My balance fails me as darkness slowly pulls me under. When I wake up again, I'm tied to a chair in an abandoned warehouse. My mouth is sealed shut with black duct tape, and my hands and feet are bound tight with thick rope. Junk is piled high around me, under the dim, flickering lights. The air is thick with the suffocating smell of dust. A man in a black leather jacket and a matching mask approaches me, followed by another masked man in black.
Miss Evelyn, I presume. I heard you're the reason your sister is lying unconscious in a hospital bed. Don't you feel even a shred of guilt?
Staring at him, I'm filled with terror and confusion. The masked man steps forward and grips my chin. It hurts.
Today, I'm going to give you a lesson. This might hurt a little.
I noticed the bracelet on the wrist of the masked man. It's the same as the one I gave Damien, the very bracelet I sought out specifically for him.
The priest said this will keep you safe and happy. I'll love you forever.
A violent shudder runs through me. I stare at the masked man in utter disbelief. It's him. It's Damien. He kidnaps me just for Chloe. I recognize him. It's Damien. Damien turns his back and mutters to himself, trying to find himself an excuse.
Consider what she has done to Chloe. I cannot go soft on her.
Then, Damien asks the masked man to smash a wine bottle over my head. The glass shatters against my head. A searing pain explodes across my forehead as the sound of the breaking bottle echoes in my ears.
Again.
The masked man raises another bottle and strikes me again. Blood trickles down from my brow, blurring my vision. My mouth is still sealed, and I can offer nothing but muffled, strangled whimpers. At night, I am rescued and brought back to the Vane villa. Damien, dressed in a white shirt, sits by my bedside with a voice full of fake guilt.
I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I should be responsible for this. I should have been more cautious.
Damien pauses and changes the subject, looking at me with a cold and serious expression.
But you should learn your lesson for what you did to Chloe before, shouldn't you?
I lower my head indifferently, my voice low and submissive.
Indeed.
Ma'am, the chairman bought these just for you. The European Queen Blue Diamond necklace, a private island, and a collection of cloud villas.
Do you like it, Evelyn?
I tilt my head slightly and look at Damien.
I love it, Damien. I've got a big surprise for you at the wedding tomorrow.
What's this mystery gift?
You'll find out tomorrow.
All right. I'm looking forward to your gift, Evelyn. It better be something I'll remember forever.
I stare straight ahead with a cold gaze.
Don't worry. You definitely will.
Damien wears a finely tailored black Western-style tuxedo and adjusted his collar in front of the mirror. With a smile of being determined to win on his face, his grandmother was pushed inside in a wheelchair.
Look at you. Don't tell me you are too excited to sleep, The big day is finally here.
Grandma, please don't tease me. I'm not that excited at all.
Damien understands that marrying me is only a necessary measure to protect Chloe. Damien continues to adjust his color, talking to himself.
I'm just a little curious about that surprise she mentioned yesterday.
And at this time, I'm sitting in my bedroom. I am holding a photo of my mom, gently tracing it with my fingers.
Mom, you always tell me that I should marry someone in love with me. But now, I'm about to marry a stranger. But I hope I'm free and happy forever.
The Graysons have arrived. Don't even think about backing out now.
She impatiently tosses a black card at my feet.
There is $100 million in it. Take it and put on Chloe's wedding dress, then leave with the Graysons.
I look at that card, feeling nothing. The Winslow family meshes everything with money, and I'm just the cheapest one among them. In the bedroom, both Chloe and I are wearing the same white wedding dress. She sits upright in the chair, looking at me provocatively.
Evelyn, you are about to marry that blind man soon. How do you feel now? One more word, and the deal is off. I'll make sure you never get to marry Damien.
The smile on Chloe's face freezes instantly, her eyes filling with shock and fear. Watching Chloe crumble in panic, I feel absolutely nothing. It's time to end this marriage swap game. Luxury cars line the grand entrance of the Winslow estate, showing immense wealth and power. Damien steps out of a black sedan, dressed in a sharp tuxedo. A confident smile plays on his lips. His eyes are alight with anticipation.
I've come to bring Evelyn home.
On the other side, the Graysons arrived as well.
Since our young master is indisposed due to his vision, I shall stand in to receive the bride on his behalf.
Victor watches the two families, let out a sigh of relief.
Thank God Evelyn agreed to the switch. Chloe's life would have been ruined otherwise.
Inside, Chloe and I sit opposite each other. She wears a smug, provocative smirk.
I'm telling you, Evelyn, Damien loves me instead of you. If he realizes it's me under that vow, he's going to be absolutely thrilled.
Oh, he'll be thrilled to death for sure.
My voice is flat, laced with a trace of icy irony. My stepmother, Sabrina, rushes in.
Both the Vane and Grayson are at the gate. Get your vials on right now.
Damien sweeps the veiled Chloe into his arms, smiling as if he holds the entire world in his hands. Meanwhile, I'm helped into the Graysons' car. I lift my veil just enough to look back at Damien.
Damien, from this moment on, may we never meet again.
Suddenly, Damien's gaze sweeps over the neighboring car, catching my eyes through the window. The smile on his face freezes instantly. His eyes fill with utter disbelief.
What the hell? Why is she in the Grayson car?
Damien spins around and lunges toward his own car, ripping off the bride's veil. The moment he sees Chloe's face, his confusion morphs into pure horror.
How is it you? No, this is wrong. Everything is wrong!
Damien howls.
Damien, aren't you happy to see me?
It wasn't you! It wasn't Evelyn! I'm supposed to marry her!
He whips his head around and begins to sprint desperately after my departing car.
Evelyn!
But my car has already begun to pull away. Damien is in love with the wrong person, and now he has married the wrong one. This is exactly what he deserves. My father and stepmother stand frozen in shock while the crowd begins to murmur.
Did he just marry the wrong bride?
Chloe leans out of the car, sobbing and shouting, but Damien doesn't even spare her a glance. He throws the car door open and barks at the driver.
Follow that car!
The driver steps on the gas, and the car speeds up. Damien leaves Chloe, the Winslows, and his so-called wedding in the dust. He still thinks my big surprise is just a childish stunt. Inside the speeding car, he mutters to himself,
I've already been so nice to you. Why would you run away?
This is a total joke. Nice to me? He kidnapped me, assaulted me, and forced me to take a blade for Chloe, and then tries to shut me up with the blue diamonds and private islands. Damien pulls out his phone, his voice cold and commanding.
Stop that car. Right now.
I was sitting in Grayson's car. Sunlight streams through the window, and for the first time, I can finally take a breath. I hear a screech of tires. The car is boxed in from both sides.
Miss Evelyn, we're trapped! They've blocked us in!
I look up to see Damien approaching. He presses his fingers against the glass, chucking his prey like it's still in a cage. He looks at me through the glass, his gaze full of quiet certainty.
I told you. You can't escape me.
Damien reaches out, about to pull my car door open. The moment the door swings open, his breath is ragged. But the next second, he finds the car empty.
Where is she? Where is Evelyn? Miss Evelyn. She's in another vehicle.
Damien freezes in shock, like all the strength has been drained from his body. In the distance, a black sedan cruises by slowly. From the back seat, I watch Damien standing by the roadside, completely losing his composure. Good thing I had another car ready. He thinks he's caught me, but all he catches is a decoy, just like these past 3 years. He thought he loved his savior, but it turns out to be a fraud. My car speeds past Damien.
I helped you marry your true love. Do you like this surprise now?
The assistant runs up, out of breath.
Chloe's in coma.
Damien's face darkens. He's forced to turn back. That night, in the Vane family mansion, Chloe stands there with red eyes, apologizing to Damien.
Damien, I'm sorry. I didn't know you cared about Evelyn this much. The switch was all her idea. She forced me into it. If you really don't want me here, I'll leave right now.
She even makes a move to leave. Damien has no choice but to reach out and stop her.
Chloe, how could I hate you? The one I'm truly in love with is...
Damien chokes on his words. He wants to show his love for Chloe, but he can't speak up. How ironic. It turns out, even Damien has to struggle to believe his own lies. Damien offers Chloe a few dismissive words of comfort. Then he asks Chloe why I switched places in the marriage.
Tell me, why did Evelyn switch places in the marriage?
Chloe is in tears, looking all fragile, as she pins the blame on me.
It's because she wanted that $1 billion dowry from the Graysons all to herself. She was willing to marry that blind man just for the money.
For money?
Damien repeats himself under his breath, like he's judging me in court. As he watches Chloe play the victim, a memory suddenly resurfaces. I took the bracelet, which had been blessed by a priest at the Grand Cathedral, and fastened it onto Damien's wrist with my own hands.
There are so many people out there who want you dead, but I want you to be safe and happy forever.
I had once wished for nothing but his well-being. Damien's composure begins to crack. He cannot fathom that I would discard him for money.
She loved me so much. How could she throw away her place as my wife for a miserly billion? Just to marry a blind man?
The door swings open, and Damien's grandmother rolls in on her wheelchair.
How dare you! Evelyn is nothing like that.
I want to see the bank records. I want to see them now.
The assistant hands over a tablet, revealing a confirmed deposit of $1.1 billion to my account. His grandmother tries to explain further, but Damien impatiently
Get out of my
orders
room.
her out. Once the room falls silent, Chloe takes his hand.
Evelyn doesn't love you, but I do. Can I stay by your side and take care of you forever?
There is nothing I want more.
Damien looks at Chloe and agrees to keep her around. He pulls Chloe into his arms, resenting me without a trace of doubt.
Evelyn, you didn't just bully Chloe. You abandoned me for a handful of cash. You are as foolish as you are vicious. Don't you dare ever come back.
Later, Damien takes Chloe to a luxury boutique. She points to a red designer bag and tells Damien she adores it.
Wrap them all up.
In the clothing section, Chloe gushes over another row of gorgeous dresses, saying she likes them all.
I'll take them all. Put it on my card.
Whatever Chloe likes, Damien buys it all without hesitation, as if he's making it up to her and sending a message to everyone. Chloe is the right person to be his wife. Chloe's expression twists instantly. She hurls the popcorn cup to the floor.
I said strawberry! Are you an idiot? Get on your knees and apologize!
A flicker of confusion crosses Damien's eyes, as if seeing a harmless little rabbit suddenly bare its fangs.
I'm so sorry, Damien. It's just that Evelyn forced me to eat buttered popcorn ever since we were kids. I was triggered a traumatic reaction.
Chloe masks her malice as trauma, shifting every ounce of blame onto me, and Damien is actually buying it. He takes her hand and barks an order at the maid.
From now on, no buttered popcorn in any Vane cinema.
During their ride back, Chloe admires her new necklace with a satisfied grin, while Damien looks hollow, as if a piece of his soul has been carved out. The impact from the red truck twists the car's frame into a mangled wreck. Shards of glass and twisted metal litter the ground. Blood streams down Damien's face as he slumps against his seat, unconscious. Flames erupt from the engine bay as thick smoke begins to fill the cabin.
Damien! Wake up! The car's on fire! It's about to blow
Chloe's
up!
fear stems from her own survival, not concerns for Damien. Damien slowly opens his eyes and weakly reaches out to touch her face.
Chloe.
No, I'm too young to die. At least not like this.
Chloe stumbles out of the car and flees into the night without a single backward glance. Damien's outstretched hand freezes in midair. The dancing flames reflect in Damien's eyes. A memory resurfaces, the same smoke, the same inferno of a burning car. The girl in his memories. Her face is finally clear.
Sir, hang on. Stay with me. I'm getting you out.
Damien slips into unconsciousness. He finally remembers it was me. I was the one who saved him from the car accident years ago. When he wakes again in a hospital bed, Chloe is there, clutching his hand and weeping.
The person who saved me back then, it wasn't you, was it?
Damien wake up from coma, and Chloe is already in tears, looking all fragile and pitiful.
Damien, are you blaming me for leaving you just now? Well, I didn't. I left for help. Look, I even got hurt trying to save you.
Damien coughs, doubling over. He wonders if he has truly misjudged her.
Damien, let me feed you.
But the first bite she feeds him makes him wince in pain.
The patient just had surgery. Absolutely no spicy food.
Then how about some water?
Who gives a patient ice-cold water?
Chloe's care was nothing but a performance of tenderness for Damien to see.
Young Miss Winslow is certainly carefree. Back when the other Miss Winslow was around, she used to take such good care of you every time you were hurt.
In a daze, Damien recoubles the memory of the past. He remembers me blowing on a hot soup before feeding him. I gently wash his body with warm water, and I held his wrist, saying, "Could you stop getting hurt? I'm worried about you."
But as he snaps back to reality, his voice is like ice as he warns the doctor.
Evelyn is a Grayson now. She has nothing to do with the Vane family. Don't ever mention her again.
Damien falls silent, but the conflict within him is deafening.
Chloe is the one I love, so why can't I stop thinking about Evelyn?
After I leave Damien, he decided to bait himself to draw out the hidden assassins, all for the sake of Chloe's safety. The dowager of the Vane family, Damien's grandmother, trembled with rage in the study.
You foolish boy. Are you really going to throw your life for Chloe?
I will not put Chloe in danger ever again.
His grandmother stared at him, as if looking at a man blinded by his own delusions.
Fool. I hope you don't live to regret this.
After she left, Damien opened a wooden box on his desk. Inside was a bracelet. He stared at it, his mind drifting back to the scene of his first accident.
Hang on! Don't you dare close your eyes! I'm getting you to a hospital!
I pulled at him desperately, oblivious to the searing heat of the fire surrounding us. Just as Damien placed the bracelet back in the box, Chloe entered with a plate of peaches. She caught sight of the bracelet.
Damien, what are you doing with my sister's bracelet?
Damien froze, as if struck by lightning.
Your sister? You mean Evelyn? Whose bracelet was this?
Inside the study, Damien's grip tightened. The peaches slipped from Chloe's hand. She panicked.
Did you just say, this is Evelyn's?
Damien, why are you getting so worked up over a bracelet? It's mine. I only said that to see if you still missed her. After all, you used to be so fond of her.
Damien freezes. He hears her clearly, but he's terrified of admitting he's been loving the wrong person all along. So, he chooses self-deception and makes excuses for Chloe.
I must have misheard. Evelyn bullies Chloe all the time. There's no way she could be the one who saved me.
Damien snapped the box shut, locking away the last of his doubts.
You've already given me watches, necklaces, and clothes, then I want shares in the Vane Corporation.
Okay.
He tried to buy Chloe's forgiveness with money, which he has so much of. The agreement states that if anything happens to Damien, all his shares will be transferred to Chloe. The next day, Damien entered the living room to Victor's applause and cheers.
That's my girl. You took the richest man in the city down in no time.
Damien's expression darkened as the shrill laughter echoed from within.
Richest man, to me, is nothing but a loyal dog.
Damien stood there, paralyzed. At that moment, he finally realized the person he was willing to die for has never seen him as an equal.
Evelyn spent 3 years and didn't get a single share. You did it in 3 months. That's my girl.
She's nothing compared to me.
Every word Chloe says feels like a knife twisting in Damien's chest.
We should have just kicked her and her mother off the balcony, finished them for good. I love stealing her bracelet just to see that look on her face. Furious, but helpless. It's a riot.
But her last word is like a fatal strike.
Remember the accident last time? The car was a ticking bomb. You think I'd stay? I kicked him off me and ran for my life. If it weren't for some passerby, he'd be toast.
Damien stands in the hallway, his face deathly pale. A servant approached him and asked if he would like to be announced. Damien ignores her, simply pulling out the bracelet. The servant recognizes the bracelet at a glance. It's mine.
Isn't this Miss Winslow's bracelet? It was the heirloom her mother left her. Then young Miss Winslow and lost it.
Damien freezes instantly, his eyes locked on the bracelet.
You are telling me this bracelet, it belongs to Evelyn?
Damien has had it wrong from the very beginning. Damien looks down at the phone, staring at a photo of me smiling. The servant trembles while explaining that the eye had worn the bracelet since childhood, a precious heirloom left to me by my mother. Damien's mind flashes back to the day that I saved him.
Please, just hang on!
Finally, he admits the truth. It was me. I was the one who saved him.
It was Evelyn all along.
All around him, the white floral arranged for the wedding stand in pristine silence. Its purity feels like a cruel mockery. The echoes of Victor's cigar-filled laughter and Chloe's malicious taunts ring out once again.
Evelyn is nothing but a tool. She's nothing compared to me.
Every word out of Chloe's mouth is like a dagger plunged straight into Damien's heart. He finally realizes that the woman he cherished wasn't his true love. She was a demon who climbed her way up over my mother and me.
Evelyn, I was wrong. I'm a total jerk.
He whispers my name like a confession, a plea of regret. I don't know how many times I dreamed of hearing he apologizes, but when this day comes, I only feel a dull ache in my chest. There is no satisfaction, no relief at all, because I finally understand that, whether he admits his mistakes or not, it changes nothing. So even if Damien crawls to me on his knees, I would never go back to him. He walked alone through the long corridors of the Winslow estate. The pristine, sacred floral arrangements were really ironic. Yet Chloe's malicious taunting voice continued to ring in his ears.
She's nothing compared to me. I love stealing her bracelet just to see that look on her face. Furious, but helpless. It's a riot. I just had to play the victim, and he actually believed Evelyn was bullying me.
As he wandered aimlessly, a question I once asked him echoed in his mind.
We've been together for 3 years. Do you honestly not know who the bully is?
Back then, he remained silent. But now, staring down at the torn pieces of the share transfer agreement on the floor, he finally realized I had never lied to him. He remembered that day in the hospital, cradling Chloe while roaring at me.
I don't mind if you do anything to me, but why would you hurt Chloe? You've gone too far.
Damien finally knows. He was the one who misunderstood me, hurt me. Damien walked like a hollow shell of a man until he suddenly stopped, clutching his chest. A spray of fresh blood erupted from his mouth. He stumbled and collapsed to the ground as servants rushed to his side. This, perhaps, was the long overdue punishment for his sins. His face was as pale as a sheet of paper.
He coughed up blood and collapsed due to extreme emotional shock. This is a matter of the heart. He needs to find peace within himself to truly recover.
Even in his coma, Damien's brow remains tightly furrowed. In his dream, he hears his grandmother's voice.
What happened to you? Weren't you supposed to help Chloe with her troubles today?
Damien's eyes snap open, and he struggles upright. Damien swallows hard, and for the first time, his eyes hold not arrogance, but shattered regret.
Grandma, I think I had the wrong person all along.
What do you mean?
It's been my fault from the start. I can't believe I let that venomous woman play me for a fool.
Damien turns to his assistant.
Go and check the footage of the accident 3 years ago. Now!
Yes, sir. Back then, I identified Chloe because of the bracelet. I never knew that both Evelyn and Chloe had worn it.
Grandma wants to add something, but Damien closes his eyes, exhausted.
Grandma, could you leave me alone for a while, please?
Everyone leaves and closes the door. Damien sits alone on the edge of the bed. His gaze is vacant, like a man who lost everything. After hearing from the Winslow family servants that the bracelet belongs to me, Damien starts tearing through the room like a madman, searching for anything that belongs to me. The assistant pushed the door open. Damien flinches in shock. Damien looked up, his eyes flickering with a faint, humble sliver of hope.
Where is Evelyn's stuff?
After the young Miss Winslow moved in, she ordered us to throw Miss Winslow's stuffs out.
Throw out?
But I kept them instead. I have it all stored safely. Don't worry, sir. I'll go get them right now.
Moments later, a cardboard box was brought in. Damien took it with such gentleness. He crouched on the floor, sifting through the box and pulling out photos one by one. Finally, he found the photo of us at the amusement park. In the picture, we were laughing so radiantly, as if we were the only 2 people left in the world.
I never realized that Evelyn was the only one who could actually make me smile.
Gazing at the photo, he admitted it for the first time, that I was the one he loved all along. But I've waited for so long that it is too late now. Damien continues sifting through the box. There, at the bottom, is a brown leather-bound book, my diary. He pulls it out, his fingers trembling as they linger on the cover. After a moment of hesitation, he finally opens it. First day. That was the first time Damien brought me back to the Vane family. Back then, I truly believed I finally had a home to stay. Day 23. Damien cooked for me himself today. I think I'm starting to fall for him. He turned around in his apron and smiled, his eyes filled with such overwhelming tenderness. Day 100. Damien risked his life to take a knife from me. As I reached out with trembling hands to hold him, I knew then I'm in love with him. As Damien turns to the very last page, the one destined to move him the most. Day 132. Because Damien was always getting hurt, I went to the Grand Cathedral. I climbed every single step on my knees. I pray for one thing only, for him to be safe forever. And now, Damien sits by the bed, reading those words. Agony and regret have finally swallowed him whole. Damien stares at the diary. He now knows that I have obtained that bracelet by crawling every step to the Grand Cathedral on my knees. His face contorts with a mixture of raw agony and crushing regret.
to get me this bracelet. She actually went to the cathedral and knelt the entire way in prayer.
He finally realizes, no wonder my forehead had been bruised and bloodied that day. It was all because she spent the whole time moving on her knees. The more Damien reads the diary, the more he falls apart. In the end, he lowers his head.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
A knock at the door breaks the silence. The assistant enters and hands a tablet to Damien.
Boss, we've recovered the footage from the accident 3 years ago.
Damien snaps his head up, eager to find the truth.
Play it.
The results, it doesn't match what we found before.
What do you mean by doesn't match?
With trembling hands, the assistant passes the tablet over.
You'd better see for yourself.
Damien seizes it, his eyes glued to the screen. The footage shifts from a blur to a sharp image. The smoke, the roaring flames, and the twisted door. Damien sees himself unconscious and bleeding in the driver's seat, with a blurred figure beside him. As the image clears, the frame freezes on a face, my face, staring at the unconscious. Damien, with an expression of pure shock and desperate worry. Finally, the truth is laid bare. The person who pulled him from that fire was me.
After tearing the mask off Chloe's true self, he pulls up the footage of the car accident. On the screen, the black car is a total wreck. Smoke pours from the engine, and people in the crowd are yelling, recording everything on their phones. In the next second, it was me, rushing to the car. Sir, can you hear me? I run to the car window and reach out to grab Damien's shoulder. Sir, hang on, stay with me. I'm getting you out. I hold and drag Damien out of the driver's seat. I am choking on the thick smoke, coughing controllably, but I refuse to let go.
Stay with me! Do not close your eyes! I am getting you to the hospital! Wake up!
Through this footage, Damien finally realizes that I am the one who saved his life all those years ago.
It's really her. Sir, it was Miss Winslow who saved you back then.
I said I would repay my savior, but I got the wrong person. And I even used her to take that knife for Chloe.
Damien's memories begin to spiral out of control.
Let Chloe have it.
The words turned into a boomerang, cutting deep into Damien's own soul. At the parking lot, a masked man drags Chloe away while she lets out a shrill scream. Another masked man chokes my neck from behind, a cold dagger pressed against my throat.
The Vane family ruined my life! Today, I'm going to make sure you lose the woman you love!
Damien looks at me, his gaze freezing for half a second. But a split second later, he turned and rushed toward Chloe. He was the one who actually pushed me toward Blade. The kidnapper's knife stabs into my chest, and blood spreads instantly. In the room, Damien lowers his head.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong person.
But his apology has come too late. Damien finally finds out that I was the one who had saved him. He slumped on the ground, as if his soul had been drained.
I even punished her for Chloe. Sir, are we still throwing a birthday party for young Miss Winsley?
Damien looks up, his gaze suddenly firm with resolve.
Why not? We will make it unforgettable for her.
It sounded like he was trying to make it up to Chloe, but I could tell it's more like a setup. Damien continues to talk to himself.
Evelyn, I'll come and beg for your mercy after I make them pay.
I can't imagine how Chloe would show off about herself at that birthday banquet. The banquet hall is so extravagant, it looks like a wedding. Towers of champagne, oceans of fresh flowers, and dessert tables are overflowing everywhere.
The guests are clutching their glasses, are buzzing with whispers and rumors.
This is supposed to be a birthday party, isn't it? Feels more like a wedding to me.
I heard that Damien invited every big name in the city just for Chloe.
Wait a second, I thought Damien was in love with the eldest Winslow girl. How did it end up being Chloe? At this moment, Chloe makes her entrance, flanked by her father and Sabrina. Every head in the room turns to look at her. She smiles calmly, acting like she is fully entitled to the life she stole from someone else. Chloe raises her voice, sounding like a declaration or a demonstration of power.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all know that Damien has always been good to me, and today he is going to give me a big surprise for my birthday.
Her gaze swept over the crowd, filled with the pride of a winner.
From now on, our alliance are Vanna's alliance.
I find it ironic hearing her words. This banquet is far more than a birthday celebration. The higher she stands, the harder she falls. And the grander the stage Damien builds for her, the more it feels like he's preparing her for a funeral.
As Chloe's birthday party getting more festive, gossip grows between the guests. Someone holds a wine glass and sneers.
A mistress bastard, climbing her way onto the richest man in the city. I guess it's never wrong to dream big.
Chloe is about to snap back, but a voice announces from the entrance, Damien Vane has arrived.
Damien Vane has arrived!
Every head in the room turns at once. Sabrina's eyes light up instantly, and Victor's hands are shaking with excitement. Damien walks in wearing a black suit, his step steady and his eyes deep, showing no emotion. Chloe is beaming with expectation, like she's waiting for Damien to announce her status.
Damien, finally you are here.
Damien, thank you for hosting this birthday party for my daughter. It's truly impressive.
Even my stepmother, Sabrina, smiles and chimes in as well.
Well, what can I say? I guess love is devotion.
Damien, what is the surprise you mentioned for my birthday?
Damien looks at her with a smug look on his face.
Patience. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
The entire audience is laughing, envying, and cheering, but only I know. Damien is here to settle the score. Chloe thinks it's a proposal or a grand gesture of love. She even believes that she killed the game, but she doesn't know that what the so-called surprise can be a dagger sometimes. No matter how beautiful the scabbard is, once the blade comes in and out, it's still going to harm. At Chloe's birthday banquet, the lights are bright enough to expose a person's dark side and heart. Damien takes Chloe's hands and leads her to the center of the room. Damien gently rubs Chloe's head with his.
Damien, what did you get for my birthday surprise?
Calm down. Trust me. You're going to love it.
Someone lets out an excited scream.
Is Damien about to pour his heart out? This is so romantic!
When Damien speaks, it sounds like an oath, yet feels like an execution.
I want everyone here to know, Chloe is my only love.
Tears shimmered in Chloe's eyes, believing she was finally about to become the richest man's wife. But right then, a female reporter suddenly rushes out, handing the microphone to the front of Damien.
Why are you marrying Miss Chloe? Aren't you in love with her sister, Evelyn?
Chloe's smile freezes, and her hands instinctively tightens. Damien just stands there with a blank face, and his tone is calm.
I used to be with Evelyn so that I can protect Chloe.
Every scar I bore for her, every lash I took, every sin I carried. To him, I'm just a decoy. Damien repeats it once again.
Chloe is the only one I love.
Everyone present is moved by his deep affection, but I know this is not his deep, affectionate tenderness. He is raising the dagger and wait for a time to deliver the fatal strike.
Chloe is the only one I love.
Chloe broke into tears of sheer ecstasy.
Is it true, Damien? It always has been me?
Do you like this surprise?
She is whipping with joy now.
I love it. I'm so happy. I couldn't hold my tears.
It's too early to cry. A bigger surprise is yet to come.
He uses a lethal dose of tenderness to lead her, step by step, into the trap.
What surprise? I can't wait!
You'll find out soon enough.
Guests crowd around to offer their congratulations, and some are flattering her.
Congratulations, as the wife of the richest man, the entire elite circle will have to answer to you.
The smile on my father is wide enough to swallow the room, as if all the fortune of Vane family is in his pocket. Chloe smiles smugly, her face full of arrogance, like she's showing off to everyone, to prove that I belong in the dirt, with the blind, while she belongs in the heavens. Just then,
The assistant leans in and whispers in Damien's ear.
Boss, the assassins have surfaced. They're about to cut the power to the banquet hall. Shall we move in and take them now?
Damien answers calmly, like he's known it all along.
No need.
His words sound like he pre-wrote the script for this. Damien wasn't ignoring the danger. He was inviting it. The next second, chaos erupted. Screams pour through the ballroom. Some guests are restrained by the thugs dressed like waiters. Another waiter pulls out a knife and presses it straight to Chloe's throat. Her triumph vanishes, replaced by a paralyzing primal terror. Damien turns back, looking at her coldly.
Chloe, didn't you want to be my wife? Today's your lucky day.
Chloe stares at him. She's in shock. She finally realizes the surprise is not a gift. It was settling the score. Kidnappers take Chloe, leaving the ballroom in a chaotic mess.
Damien, help me! Please!
Chloe is dragged away by the kidnappers. Victor tries to rush forward, but he's held back. Sabrina's hands are clenched tight, her face deathly pale. She finally realizes that marrying Damien wasn't a ticket to wealth. It was an invitation to the slaughter.
Sir, they've left a message. They ask for the entire Vane estate in exchange for Chloe at an abandoned factory in 3 hours. Otherwise, they'll kill her.
Victor and Sabrina look as if their life have been drained out of them. They nearly collapse to their knees, but Damien merely looks up, his voice calm.
No rush. Just call the cops in 3 hours.
Ah! Ned Rustamhouse! We can't wait 3 hours! She'll be dead by then!
She watched me!
How dare you question the boss's decision?
In that moment, Victor and Sabrina cling to each other, sobbing. Finally, they know how it feels to lose their own blood. Trust me, I know it too well. Lois tied up in an abandoned factory, her gown stained with filth, a blade pressing against her throat. Her hands tremble as she dials Damien's number, crying out over and over.
Come on, Damien, pick up!
Damien didn't answer. The kidnapper approaches with a cold sneer.
Bitch, didn't you say Damien loved you most? That he'd risk his life to save you?
Chloe looks dazed, as if her soul has left her body.
I don't know. Please, just let me go it.
The kidnapper glances at his watch.
The clock's ticking. You'll be dead meat if I don't see him here.
Meanwhile, Damien taunts it perfectly. He wants Chloe to rot in that terror. To suffer what I have endured in the past. Just around 3 hours after Chloe was kidnapped, the warehouse doors are kicked open. Victor and Sabrina rush inside.
Chloe, don't worry! Daddy is here for you!
But a second later, the kidnappers punch them both to the ground. Damien and his assistant appear behind them. They are expressionless, as if they are simply here to witness the scene.
10 years ago, your family destroyed my life. Now, give me your life and your fortune in exchange for hers, or she dies!
The blade presses tighter against Chloe's throat.
Save me, Damien, please!
My father scrambles up and begs Damien, bowing his head like he's pleading for mercy.
Damien! Save Chloe! I beg you!
Are you sure you are choosing Chloe over the Winslow family?
Victor freezes. Damien's assistant makes the stakes even clearer.
If the boss saves Chloe, the Vane family is finished and your family will go down with it. Are you really willing to trade the entire Winslow family for Chloe?
Victor's face drains of color, but Sabrina grips him tight.
Who cares about the company? Chloe is our daughter! Dad! I am your favorite daughter! Give him what he asked, please!
Victor hesitates, his hands shaking. He is, after all, a man who calculates every cent. Finally, he violently shoves Sabrina away and roars.
I cannot. The Winslow is my life's work, and nothing is more important than it!
Victor points at Chloe, his voice as harsh as a death sentence.
There is no other way. Chloe, I am sorry, but I will remember your sacrifice for our family forever.
Chloe's paralyzed with shock, tears flooding her eyes. She can't imagine her father would discard her for money. Now she finally understands. To him, daughters are never treasure, but cheaps in the casino. Chloe's still reeling from her father's betrayal. The kidnapper has already started the countdown.
I'm counting to 3. Damien, say yes to my deal, or I kill her! 1!
My stepmother grabs my father, sobbing.
Victor! Do you care more about your company than us?
Chloe turns to look at Damien.
Damien, you said you loved me more than anything. You said you'd die for me.
Damien smiles. It's a faint smile, colder than a blade. The police burst in.
Freeze! Drop the weapon and let the hostage go!
The kidnapper flies into a rage and pours at Damien.
How dare you call the cops! You don't give a damn about her life?
She's all yours.
Damien is expressionless. He sounds calm, as if nothing is happening. Victor and Sabrina are paralyzed with fear. Chloe freezes, as if her life has been drained out. Damien adds one last word, shattering Chloe's illusion.
She's just a pawn to lure you out.
The kidnapper goes all mad and lunges at Chloe with his knife.
Then I'm taking you down with me!
A gunshot rings out. The kidnapper is shot dead, blood seeping from his neck. Sabrina rushes forward, calling her name as the police secures the scene and cuts the ropes. Chloe clutches her neck. Blood drips onto her pure white dress. She looks up at Damien, tears streaming down her face.
Damien, why? Why did you do this to me?
You have the nerve to ask why?
Because Damien finally remembers that I was the one who saved him back then. Chloe's nothing but an imposter. Now, Damien is simply giving her a taste of the same despair I felt. After the gunshot and the kidnappers down, Sabrina holds Chloe, trembling and sobbing. But Victor is the first to scramble to his feet. With a groveling smile, he approaches Damien.
Damien, I'm placing the future of the Winslow family in your hands.
Hearing this, I suddenly recall the day of my mother's funeral. My father was exactly the same back then, handing his daughter over like a bargaining chirp.
Don't worry. The Winslow name is wiped off in this city from now on.
The smile freezes on Victor's face. A second later, his phone rings.
Our cash flow has collapsed. We're bankrupt.
Victor turns pale instantly. The phone slips through his fingers. He collapses to his knees.
God, it's over! It's all over!
It turns out destroying my father doesn't require a blade. All it takes is the word bankrupt. Damien turns away.
Evelyn, this is for you. I'll get you back sooner. Let's go. To the Grayson estate. We're bringing my wife back.
The assistant hesitates for a moment, his voice dropping low.
Boss, I'm afraid it's too late. Miss Winslow is already pregnant with Lucian's child.
In that instant, Damien looks like someone has him by the throat. He thinks I would still be in the same spot, waiting for him to wake up, but I'm long gone. Sometimes it's just now or never.
3 months ago, I walked in the mansion in my wedding dress. Only we realized stepping through their doors was easy, but winning their hearts was another story.
Mother.
Save it. I ain't your mother, Miss Winslow.
Lucian's mother gets straight to the point.
This marriage was supposed to be with the Winslow's younger daughter, Chloe. Why do they send you instead? Does the Winslow family's reputation mean nothing?
I steady my breathing, take a step forward, and speak with confidence.
Ever since Lucian's accident, Chloe refused to marry him. She'd rather die. I was the one who proposed the switch.
Lucian's mother stares at me, asking the ultimate question.
Then why would you give up being the wife of the richest man in the city but marry my blind son instead? What are you really after?
I stay silent for half a second before telling the truth, because the one Damien truly loves is Chloe. He married me only to use me as a shield for Chloe. Saying those words feels like tearing open my wound for everyone to see.
But there's no turning back. I look Lucian's mother straight in the eye, insanating every word. All I want is to live in this world safely. I didn't come to the Grayson Ray family for love. I came for a chance to live. After hearing my reason, Lucia's mother doesn't kick me out immediately.
She's telling the truth. Damien favored Chloe, repeatedly leaving Miss Winslow to get hurt.
The suspicion in Lucian's mother's eyes fades slightly. She finally believes my motive for coming to the Graysons. Lucian's mother walks over to me.
If you want to be part of this family, that's fine. But you must get Lucian's approval first. The young master lost his sight in an accident. He's been depressed since then. He never leaves his room and refuses any treatment. Winning him over, it's going to be tough.
I smile and turn to look at Lucian's closed door. I know in my heart that this isn't just a room. It's a battlefield. I grab my suitcase and head straight for Lucian's room. Lucian's mother is stunned.
Ma'am, the young master hates it when people barge into his bedroom.
Lucian's mother watches me enter the room. A spark of hope flickers in her eyes.
I guess you'll never know if you don't try.
The moment I push the door open, the bathroom door opens too. Lucian appears with only a towel around his waist. His face is as cold as an iceberg.
So you're Lucian?
You are?
I look at his well-defined abs and deliberately take my time to add a comment.
Someone's been working out? Lucian's expression freezes. He's never met anyone daring enough to be this bold in front of him. I know that the first step to winning him over isn't playing nice. It's making sure he never forgets me.
Lucian's veins pop as he bellows at me.
Who allowed you to barge into my room? Get out!
I walk past him with my suitcase, acting like I can't hear a word he says. He chases after me.
I said get out!
I'm your wife, Evelyn. Let's look out for each other from now on, husband. Nice work on these.
She's the first ever dared to flirt with him like that.
Lucian opposes me in his bedroom, pointing out that he never agreed to this marriage with the Winslows. He wants me gone.
It really doesn't matter whether you agree or not. From today on, this is our honeymoon suite. Bring my things in. Bags go on the bottom shelf, makeup and perfume on the dresser.
Seeing my unwavering attitude, Lucian finally snaps.
Evelyn, I don't take you as my wife. I won't allow you in this room. All of you out! All of you out!
Just then, the doctor brings in the medicine, reminding Lucian it's time for his dose. This reminds Lucian of his eyes again. He becomes desperate and volatile.
What's the point of this medicine? Get it out of my face!
Lucian's mother trembles outside the door, overcome with anxiety. I know my chance has come. I stop the doctor, take the medicine, and walk over to Lucian.
Are you taking this yourself, or do you want me to feed it to you?
Lucian freezes at my actions. He curses at me, calling me nothing but a pawn and telling me not to get ahead of herself. Lucian's eyes are unfocused.
I'll take that as a yes to the latter one. Just don't mind we share the same bowl.
Lucian is momentarily stunned. Facing my persistence, he has no choice. He snatches the bowl, pinches his nose, and gulps the medicine down in one out, his face contorting. Lucian's parents are watching from the door.
Lucian took his medicine for 4 years. This is the very first time.
Lucian's mother rushes in and hugs me.
Evelyn, you are the savior of the Grayson family. From this day on, you are officially a Grayson now. As long as you make sure Lucian takes his medicine, I'll give you $100 million a month.
$100 million? Lucian's mother tells me she'll give me $100 million a month. I truly never saw that coming. But Lucian's mother just smiles like it's no big deal.
How about $200 million? Also, from now on, you have to call me mother.
I freeze for a second, then respond with a smile. Don't worry, Mom. I'll take great care of Lucian. That night at dinner, Luciano's mother sits at the head of the table, with Lucian on her left and me on her right. Lucian looks impatient throughout the meal. I keep a polite smile, doing my best to play the part of a dignified newlywed.
Mom, I'm finished. I'm going to turn in for the night.
Lucian snaps his head up, shocked by how I called her. As I walk past him, he says nothing until I leave the dining room.
You don't seriously expect me to share a room with her, do you?
Where else would your wife sleep? Tonight is your wedding night.
Lucian loses it instantly, insisting he'll sleep in another room. His mother calmly reminds him that he can't sleep anywhere else due to his dependency. Lucian's anger vanishes, replaced by pure despair.
Even so, there is no way we are sharing a bed.
That night, Lucian tosses and turns in a guest room, unable to catch a wink of sleep.
It's my bedroom. Why should I give it up to her?
The words have barely left his mouth when the young master comes forward with a long cane. He cautiously nudges the door open and creeps back into the bedroom. He came back to his room eventually.
Back to his own room, and back to the bed where I am lying on.
I'm sleeping here.
I fight back my sleepiness and let out a small smile.
Naked?
Lucian freezes, his ears turning beet red from a mix of anger and embarrassment.
It's fine if you don't. It's not like you're as good as my ex anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Without explanation, I pull up the covers, wearing a smug, taunting smile. I turn my back to him, feeling a sense of relief, because at least this time, I don't have to beg him to stay. Late night, we lie back to back under separate blankets. I fall into a deep sleep, and Lucien finally drifts off too. But a moment later, in his sleep, he reaches out, touches my waist, and pulls me into his arms. Unconsciously, I lean closer. His lips curl into a faint smile, and for the first time, the hostility is gone. There is only tenderness. Early the next morning, while I am still asleep, Lucien wakes up.
Morning, beautiful.
He whispers my name softly.
Stop it. Let me sleep a little longer.
Lucien breathes in the scent of my perfume, letting it pull him under. But suddenly, he seems startled by his own actions. He lets go of me immediately, rolling to the far edge of the bed to put as much distance between us as possible. Still half asleep, I reach out and yank him right back, hugging him even tighter. Your medicine is on the table. Don't forget to take it. After getting out of bed, Lucien leans on his cane and walks to the table. He scoffs at the bowl of medicine, his expression dripping with pure disgust. I lie in bed, smiling as I supervise him. Lucien, I'm watching you. Lucien frowns, but he drains the bowl in one gulp anyway. I nod in satisfaction. I need him alive. I need him by my side. In the living room, the doctor examines Lucien's eyes. Lucien's parents are so nervous that their hands are shaking.
Ma'am, there hasn't been the slightest improvement with Lucien's eyes.
But he's taking his medicine. How come it doesn't work at all?
Lucien hangs his head, looking like he has lost all hope.
Mom, give it up. It's hopeless. I'm a useless cripple for the rest of my life.
Seeing him so ready to give up, a surge of anger flames up inside me.
You've only been on the meds for 2 days, and you're already quitting? Lucien, you coward!
The best doctors in the world said there's no hope! What else am I supposed to do?
I stop arguing. I grab his arm and yank him up from the sofa. Come with me.
Where are we going?
Lucien's mother watches us, her concern turning into a look of resolve. Perhaps now, I'm the only one who can drag him out of the darkness. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's surviving in the dark. I lead Lucien into the study and stand behind him, taking his hand in mine. I guide him to hold a pen and write on a piece of paper. As the nib touches the surface, I lead his hand to help him feel the texture of the paper and the pressure of the stroke. Lucien remains silent for a long time before suddenly whispering my name.
Evelyn, I know you were forced into this marriage, but why are you being so good to me?
Before I can respond, a voice message pops up on my phone.
Hey, Evie, it's me.
It's Chloe's voice, deliberately sent to provoke me.
Damien took me shopping today. He bought me everything I wanted. How about you? How's life with that pathetic blind man?
Hearing this voice, deliberately sent to provoke me, I unlock my phone and text her back.
Oh, me? My mother-in-law only gives me $200 million a month. And my husband? He's younger and more vigorous than Damien. He's 1,000 times, no, 1,000,000 times better. Baby, come along. Let's take a photo.
Lucien fixes his hair and stands beside me, draping an arm over my shoulder. I snap a photo of us together. The moment I send the photo, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just showing off. I'm striking back at years of humiliation. That's when Lucien takes my hand. He firmly declares his willingness to cooperate with the treatment for his eyes.
I would like to see what you look like, if possible.
At this moment, I suddenly feel like crying. So this is what it feels like to be treated with genuine care. On the 20th day, I bring the medicine to Lucien. Drink it before it's cold. Lucien takes the bowl, still grimacing as he drains it in one gulp. Suddenly, Lucien tilts his head toward the laptop on my lap. His gaze actually seems to find its focus.
Evelyn, I think I can...
You promised to watch a horror movie with me tonight. No backing out.
Before Lucien can finish his sentence, he nods and agrees to watch the movie. In the home theater, as soon as the lights go out, the ghosts haven't even appeared yet, it was just the sound effects. I've already thrown myself into his arms. But Lucien's heart is beating even faster than mine.
If you're this scared, we shouldn't watch it.
Mind your own business. You can't see anything after all.
The more I watch, the more terrified I get, and the tighter I cling to him. My hands start wandering around his waist.
I might be blind, but I'm still a grown man.
I suddenly feel flustered and practically bolt out of the room like I'm escaping.
I'm not ready for that.
Later, when the doctor comes for a checkup, Lucien finally admits that he might be able to see again.
I think I can see now, but it's a bit blurry.
Congratulations. Lucien has regained most of his vision. He'll make a full recovery soon.
Standing beside them, I realize that the person I wanted to rescue from the darkness is really about to see the light again.
Early the next morning, I wake up with a backache so bad that I want to cry. I can't help but grumble. My back is killing me. I feel like I'm gonna break in half. Lucien is chuckling, and he reaches out, fumbling to shut off the alarm that just started buzzing. Lucien fixes his eyes on me, looking like he has something to say but is holding back.
About last night, were you pleased?
Hearing that, I wrap myself tighter in the blanket, my face burning with embarrassment.
You look stunning in red.
Your eyes! You can see now?
Yeah, crystal clear.
In that instant, my eyes well up with tears. I finally did it. I finally pulled someone back from the darkness.
Evelyn, let's go get our marriage registered today.
I'm shocked by his proposal, but I still stare at him, unable to let my guard down completely.
You have to swear. You won't betray me or lie to me.
Lucien raises his hand immediately, as earnest and eager as a young boy.
I swear. I never will. I promise.
Looking into his sincere eyes, I choose to believe him.
A month later, we're having breakfast when a sudden wave of nausea hits me.
What's wrong?
Maybe it's the food I ate earlier.
My hand rests on my lower stomach. I feel a growing sense of unease. I've been feeling nauseous quite often lately. Lucien's mother notices my concern and asks tentatively,
Evelyn, your period, is it a few days late this month?
Lucien and I both freeze at the same time.
Get the doctor, quickly!
After the exam, the doctor hands me the ultrasound report.
Congratulations, you're 1 month pregnant. Baby, we're having a child!
I cling to Lucien as tears of joy stream down my face.
I'm going to be a mom!
Meanwhile, Damien receives the news of my pregnancy.
Lucien is blind. How could Evelyn possibly be willing to carry his child?
Damien's face turns livid, his eyes filled with a sinister, crazied look. He barks an order like a madman.
Evelyn belongs to me. Evelyn belongs to me! Take our men to the Grayson estate immediately! I'm bringing her back!
News of my pregnancy spreads throughout the Grayson family. Everyone is celebrating this joyous occasion. Lucien's mother sits at the head of the living room.
From this day on, Evelyn is the top priority in this house. No matter what she needs, try your best to get it done. No exceptions. You are carrying the future of the Grayson family. We will take the absolute best care of you.
Honey, all you have to do is be happy. I'll take care of you and the baby.
I nod. Smiling mother continues, saying that Lucien's father was overjoyed by the news. He's flying back from abroad overnight to celebrate and wants to throw us a proper wedding.
We must have a real wedding. I want the whole world to see that you are mine and the happiest bride on earth.
Meanwhile, Damien is in his car, gripping his phone tightly, desperately trying to reach me.
Evelyn, I know I messed up. Please, don't leave me.
My phone starts ringing. Damien's name is on it. Just as I'm about to answer, Lucien sees his name. He takes the phone out of my hand instantly.
Hello? My wife is a bit busy right now. If there's something you need, you can talk to me.
There's a dead silence on the other end of the line. At this moment, Damien's world completely shatters.
Your wife? Evelyn, it's me! I know I was wrong. It's always been you that I love.
Ah, so it's your ex. I'm afraid you're way too late. Evelyn is my wife now, and she's carrying the Grayson bloodline.
Damien spirals even further into a breakdown, lashing out inside his car. He's convinced that I must be being coerced. Lucien simply puts the call on spoother and holds the phone to my ear.
Honey, are you being forced to do this?
Not at all, babe.
Lucien hangs up the phone. I know that losing me is the price Damien has to pay.
On the day of my wedding ceremony with Lucien, Damien rushes into the hotel like a madman. He screams my name until his voice goes hoarse.
You're not on the guest list. Please back off.
Hearing this, Damien snaps, grabbing the guard by the collar.
Tell me, where are they? In the grand ballroom at the back of the hotel. You heard the man! To the ballroom!
Meanwhile, I walk into the ballroom in my wedding dress, arm in arm with Lucienne. Lucien's parents sit at the head table, smiling with relief. They've finally lived to see this day.
Do you like it?
It's my dream wedding.
As long as you love it, every day from now on will be just as happy as your fantasy.
The priest asks us to exchange rings. Lucien takes the ring box and drops to one knee.
Evelyn, will you marry me?
Just as I am about to say I do, a roar from the entrance shatters the romance. Lucien and I turn at the same time, and the guests erupt into a frenzy.
Objection!
Damien crashed into my wedding. He strides toward us, radiating fury, looking like he's ready to tear apart the new life I've just built. He looks at me, his voice dripping with self-righteous devotion.
Evelyn, thank God I made it in time! Evelyn loves me! She's not going to marry you!
The guests start whispering among themselves. Suppressing my rage, I call out Damien's hypocrisy.
That love you talk about was nothing more than using me as a shield for Chloe. I heard everything you said to your grandma that day!
It's not like that. I had the wrong person.
He suddenly brings up the car accident from 3 years ago.
The man you saved 3 years ago, it was me. Chloe stole your bracelet, and that's why I mistook her for you. Evelyn, forgive me just this once. No, you still love me. You still love me.
If I had known back then, I would have never saved you. I should leave you to die.
Damien won't stop apologizing, but his behavior only strikes me as pathetic and absurd.
I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I wish I had just died in that accident instead.
Do you really think saying this can make up for what you've done to me? You used me as Chloe's shield. I was hunted by your enemies everywhere I went. Do you have any idea how many scars I carry because of you? For Chloe's sake, you forced me to wear a cheap, toxic wedding dress that left me covered in hives. You even staged a kidnapping and someone smashed a glass bottle over my head. Damien, is your life even enough to pay me back for all that?
Heartbroken, he grabs my wrist, desperate for some kind of penance. But sorry has never been a solution.
I'm sorry.
Lucien finally snaps. He lunges forward and grabs Damien by the collar.
Look how you treated Evelyn! How dare you come back to her!
While Lucien is ready to punch him, Damien suddenly calms down. He even starts talking business.
Lucien, let's talk about business. The Vane family will take a 50% cut in our partnership profits. Just give Evelyn back to me.
The guests are in shock. A 50% cut represents billions, even trillions in profit.
Why would he do that?
But all I hear is one thing. To him, I'm still nothing but a business. Lucien's face darkens instantly. He lets go of the collar and slams his fist into Damien's face.
Let me tell you something, Damien. Evelyn is my wife. She's not a tool for your profit. You'd better get the hell out of here before I really lose it.
Damien wipes the blood from the corner of his mouth, but he only looks at me with a smirk.
But I'm the one Evelyn's in love with. I read your diary. You said you would love me forever. Now, between Lucien and me, who do you choose?
For a split second, my heart actually flutters. Not because I love him, but because that diary contains my most foolish, most honest past self. I take a deep breath and walk toward Lucien. I wrap my arms around his neck, stand on my tiptoes, and press my lips against his. Watching us kiss, Damien stands frozen, looking as if his soul has been ripped out. I've given him my answer by that. The man I chose, and the path I've taken. I'm never looking back.
I take a deep breath and walk toward Lucien. I wrap my arms around his neck, stand on my tiptoes, and press my lips against his. Lucien is stunned at first, then he pulls me in tight, deepening the kiss. In that second, Damien's eyes look as if his soul has been hollowed out. As the kiss ends, I reach up to straighten Lucien's bow tie. Lucien's mother rushes over to Damien and grenades him, telling him to stop humiliating himself. Lucien's father gives a stern warning as well.
She is our daughter-in-law of the Grayson family.
If you keep this up, I can't guarantee your safety.
I'm the one you love! Why are you choosing Lucien?
Because I'm done with you.
Lucien shoves Damien away. Damien stumbles back and is pushed right off the stage. He collapses onto the red carpet, still raising his hand to swear his love and beg for forgiveness.
I've found someone who truly loves me. See you never.
But just as I turn around, Damien picks up a small knife from the floor and stabs Lucien.
Lucien instantly grabs Damien's wrist and knocks him down with a punch. Blood trickles from the corner of Damien's mouth, but his laughter only grows more manic. Damien lies on the ground, still laughing, looking up at us as if admiring his own masterpiece.
The wound isn't fatal, but the blade is coated with a deadly poison. Without the antidote, Lucien will be dead within 7 days.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Call an ambulance!
Lucien's parents support him, frantically calling for a doctor. I rush over and snatch the knife, pressing the tip against Damien's throat, though my hands are shaking.
Give him the antidote, now, or I'll kill you!
Go ahead, Evelyn. Do it. I'd be more than happy to dye your hand.
I grit my teeth, looking at the injured Lucien nearby. I have no choice but to compromise with Damien.
I'll go with you. But you must give them the antidote.
Damien lets out a soft chuckle. He pulls a small vial from his inner pocket and tosses it carelessly to Lucien's parents. Then he steps forward, snatches the knife from my hand, and sweeps me up into his arms. Lucien's father tries to rush forward but is held back by the guests. Lucien, in agonizing pain, can only whisper my name.
Without resistance, I keep my eyes fixed on Lucien. I'm sorry, Lucien. This time, it's my turn to protect you.
Inside Damien's car, I sit in the back seat in my wedding dress. Where are we going?
To the hospital. I don't believe for a second that you're actually carrying Lucien's child.
In that moment, I realized that he never wanted me. He only wanted the sense of being in charge.
In the hospital corridor, the doctor hands over the report and offers congratulations, confirming that I'm indeed over a month pregnant. Damien's face turns livid. He crumbles the report into a ball and hurls it to the ground.
Congratulations, my ass! Get rid of the child!
Over my dead body. You aren't laying your fingers on my child.
That isn't just bravado, it's instinct as a mother. This child is my only flesh and blood. The doctor explains that due to my previous severe injuries, if I abort this child, I might never be able to conceive again. Damien falls silent for a moment. He unexpectedly changes his mind, agreeing to keep the baby. He even plans to raise the child as his own, making the baby the heir to the entire Vane family fortune.
Evelyn, can we start over?
The damage already done. It can't be fixed.
Believe me, I can make it up to you.
Damien takes me back to the Vane estate. He says everything has been decorated according to my taste and asks if I like it. I cast a cold glance over the luxury items. Why are there no blue roses? Chloe's favorite. I remember you brought them every single date for 3 years. Such touching dedication.
Damien's smile freezes. But I only feel more disgusted. I finally say the words I've been holding back for far too long.
Every single second I spend with you makes me want to vomit.
I shove Damien's hand away and turn to leave. But he calls out from behind, his voice a low plea for a chance to make amends.
I want to make amends.
Damien signals his assistant to bring something. A plastic crate is placed in front of me, filled with empty glass bottles. At that moment, my stomach churns not from morning sickness, but from the memories surging through my mind. Damien leans over, takes out a bottle, and hands it to me.
I smashed 2 bottles over your head before. I will let you smash 20 over mine, okay?
I have no desire to even acknowledge him. Seeing my silence, Damien actually drops to one knee, pleading. Looking at him, I only feel a sense of irony. He used to be able to have me kidnapped and thrown into a warehouse in a single word. Now he thinks he can buy my forgiveness just by kneeling?
You think I do not have the gut to?
I reach into the crate, pick up a bottle, and slowly raise it. As the bottle comes down, there is a sharp, shattering sound. Damien's body jolts, and blood begins to seep him from his forehead.
So this is how much it hurts.
It is. Back then I had just been discharged from the hospital after taking a knife for Chloe. My wounds had not even healed when you punished me for her sake.
I pick up another bottle and smash it violently at his feet. Shards of glass fly everywhere. He flinches instinctively. What? Want to hit me back?
19 to go. I told you I would pay you back.
I look him but do not continue the punishment. I am not as despicable as he is. I do not need to hurt someone to prove my love. The next second, Damien actually grabs a bottle himself and slams it against his own head. It does not matter how many bottles you smash. I will never forgive you. He looks at me in agony. I turn my head away, refusing to look at him.
Damien continues to smash bottles over his own head. Until he finally collapses, unable to hold himself up.
Boss! Stop!
When Damien wakes up again, he's lying in a hospital bed, his head wrapped in bandages.
Where's Evelyn? The assistant tells him that I'm still at the Vane estate. Ignoring his injuries, Damien immediately barks out an order to head home.
In the living room of the Vane mansion, I'm sitting on the sofa, talking to Lucien on the phone.
I love you too, honey.
Damien, having just rushed back from the hospital, freezes at the door the moment he hears how I call Lucien.
He charges over and seizes my wrist, his voice cold and threatening.
Evelyn, that's enough.
Evelyn shakes him off, trembling with rage. I'm on the phone with my husband. What's it to you?
Listen to me. You are my wife. I don't ever want to hear you call another man honey.
Lucien is my legal husband. Who the hell do you think you are?
Suddenly, Damien clutches his head, putting on a show of being in immense pain.
Evelyn, I'm begging you, don't do this to me. It hurts. It hurts so much right here.
I look at him, feeling nothing but numbness. The next second, Damien raises his hand and violently slaps the phone out of my grasp.
From this day on, the madam is forbidden from calling Lucien.
At that moment, I realized. He never had any intention of keeping his word. All he ever wanted was to keep me caged.
I sit in the living room while the servants whisper nearby.
I heard the young master of the Grayson family is in critical condition. The poison is spreading. It said he won't last another day.
Evelyn rushes over to them, her voice trembling.
What did you just say? Good morning, madam. You just said he can't live for another day?
Boss forbade us from telling you anything about Lucien.
I turn and walk away, with only one thought left in my mind. I can be imprisoned, insulted, or humiliated, but Lucien is the father of my child. He is my husband. He can't die. I reach the door, touch my stomach, and take a deep breath. Baby, Mommy is going to save Daddy. The servants exchange glances behind her. We're dead. Something big is about to happen. Yes, something big. Damien should never have gambled with Lucien's life to test my obedience. I storm into the lobby of Damien's company and head straight for the front desk. Where is Damien? Who are you? Do you have an appointment? You can't just barge in here.
I pull out my phone and dial right in front of her. The next second, Damien walks in, dressed in a black suit.
Are you an idiot or what? This is Mrs. Vane.
Evelyn, why are you here? Miss me?
I look at Damien with pure rage. I raise my hand and slap him across the face. The sharp crack of the slap sends a dead silence through the entire lobby. Damien, you broke your word.
I'm shaking with rage.
I'm worried about your hands. Come on, let's talk in my office. Too many eyes here.
The crowd erupts into whispers while I struggle desperately. But his grip is steady, as if he's carrying off a prize that rightfully belongs to him.
As soon as the office door shuts, Damien drops me into a chair. My back slams against the seat. My handprint is burning red on Damien's face, but he only looks at my palm with fake concern.
You hit me so hard that your hand flushed. Does it hurt?
Give me the antidote!
Damien puts his hands in his pockets and slowly closes in, his tone playful yet sinister.
Everything you did with Lucien, I'm going to do with you. Once we've done that, I'll give you the antidote. Evelyn, whether or not Lucien survives the night is entirely up to you.
I wrench myself away from Damien and stumble back, nearly losing my footing.
Evelyn, do I really disgust you that much?
My voice trembles with fury, but every word is crystal clear.
Yes. Every time you touch me, even breathing the same air as you, it makes me sick.
You loved me so much before. You couldn't have changed in just a few months. I don't believe it!
Driven to the edge, Damien slams me onto the desk. He pris me down and forces a kiss on me, trying to make me submit.
Just when I think I'm being dragged back into hell, the door is kicked open.
Evelyn!
Lucien grabs Damien by the collar and hurls him aside.
Fuck off!
Lucien holds me close, comforting me.
Lucien, how are you? They said the poison.
Only then do I realize I'm shaking all over.
I took the antidote. I'm all good now. Come on. I'm taking you home.
I'd rather die than give you up. I drank that poison too.
He points to himself, then to Lucien, like a gambler placing his final bet.
Me or him?
I turn around and walk toward Lucien without a moment's hesitation. Lucien takes my hand, and we walk out side by side.
So you chose Lucien after all.
The next second, Damien clutches his chest and collapses heavily to the floor, coughing up blood. Lucien and I leave immediately without looking back.